What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Varsity Overland channel. Today, we're going to install Rotopax on the Yakima Overhaul HD bed rack. I'm really excited about it, and actually, I think I'm going to do something a lot of people don't do. I'm going to install the Rotopax on the inside portion of my bed rack instead of on the outside. That way, the mounting hardware from Rotopax won't just be kind of like sticking out in the middle of nowhere when I don't have the gas can mounted on the truck. So I gotta take the whole back thing off anyway, because I want to get rid of my my Skyline bars that have been chilling out there for a couple months just collecting dirt. So figured while I'm doing that, kind of prepping for a upcoming trip, I'll install the gas tank. So if you want to know how to do it, stick around. All right, people, so got a couple components here. I got the Rotopax Deluxe mount. This one does not have the key on it. I think the key option ends up making it, you know, a little bit more expensive. I'm not exactly sure. I feel like it might have been like another $25 to $50 more expensive. Could be even more than that. I did buy this stuff a couple months ago. I just haven't gotten around to installing any of it, but the Rotopax mount that has the key was more expensive, like just enough more expensive to make me be like, yeah, I'm not going to need that. I won't use the key. Instead, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it on the inside of my rail instead of on the outside. So it might deter people because, you know, the bed will be closed, tonneau cover will be closed. It might be hard to access, you know, for a thief or whatever. So I'm not going to bother with the key. So I got the Rotopax Deluxe mount, no key. I got the Yakima mounting kit for Rotopax to stick on the inside. And then I got my Rotopax. And this is a 2-gallon Rotopax, and I actually got it from the Rotopax website under their blemished section, which took 50% off. And if you ask me, it's kind of crazy because aside from like some really like subtle scuff marks that you can only see in the certain light, the entire thing is perfect. There's no functionality change about it. There's no danger to it. Obviously, they wouldn't be selling it. But I mean, I took a look at this thing when I first got it in my house, you know, just under, I guess you could say, like normal light bulb lighting, and I actually couldn't tell anything. Now that I got it out here in the sunlight, I can see a few scuff marks, but if that's what makes it blemished, I'll be buying like all of their blemished stuff, to be perfectly honest, because 50% off on these things is awesome. And I also got the flexible spout for it, because I've heard that sometimes actually using the Rotopax to fill up your gas tank can be a little bit of an issue, you know, like a little bit too complex. So anyway, I just got that, you know, it was like I don't even remember, $15 thing. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna get this set up onto the Yakima rack today. I'm trying to get some things organized for our upcoming trip to Maine. Gonna see what Acadia National Park looks like. It's, you know, almost in our backyard pretty much on the East Coast here, so we haven't been up there yet. So first thing I gotta do is unfortunately I gotta take apart the rear legs of my Yakima Overhaul HD bed rack, because in order to install the mounting hardware for the Rotopax, I have to be able to get in here into this little track, and this space is just not big enough in order to fit everything that I need to. So I just got to take off the back, and then I'll be able to extend the bar and fit everything that I need to in there. And when I'm done, I'll just shorten it all back up again. So I'm going to start working on that and give you a progress update in a minute. All right, so I have removed the whole back half of the Yakima rack. Right now we just have the crossbars kind of held in place because of the attachment up front. A little dirty under there, huh? Just a little dirty. Probably haven't taken this thing off since our trip out west over the summer. Decided to take off the I think what they're called, the Skyline bars. Took off those mounting points while I had the chance, because I don't plan on using them for our next trip. Next few trips. I don't plan on using them ever again, actually. So who knows, maybe I'll sell them. So yeah, got this out now. I think what I need to do is get in here, and I think the Allen bolts are on the backside. Loosen those, that way I can extend it, and then I'll be able to start putting the Rotopax hardware in there. But I believe what I've seen online, and I can always check the instructions, but what I've seen before is that you always have to put together all this hardware. You have to assemble it before you can actually stick it on the rack. So I'm gonna pull out the instructions and read through that, figure out what I gotta do there, and then I'll probably set the tripod up and explain how it gets assembled before I mount it all up. That way you guys can see it and use it as a future reference if you need to. All right, so like any reasonably sane human, I chose to avoid using the instructions, and I went right onto YouTube on Yakima's website to see if I could watch a quick video, and I did. So what they detailed was how to pair the Rotopax gear with their Yakima mounting hardware. So this is the stuff that comes with the Yakima product, along with a little T-slot slider. This is the stuff that comes with the Rotopax hardware. And by the way, anyone who hasn't used Rotopax in their mounting hardware, this stuff is heavy. Like, this stuff is durable. And you know, I picked it up and I was like, wow, that surprises me. But then I thought about it, and it does have to hold, you know, 2 gallons or more of fuel, so that kind of makes sense. So anyway, here's what we got to do. The Yakima hardware. Got to take the mounting plate, use the spacer. You put these two things together like so. You take the Rotopax circular piece, fit it right on top. All the holes should line up. And then after that, you just take your Rotopax mounting piece and it fits on top like so. Okay, so using the bolts that come with the Rotopax, put it right in through here like this. It'll come out the back. Mount the other 4, and then from the back side, you place the Rotopax on top. So you have to put all of this together before you can actually get it on the rack. Also, an important note, you have to put the circular Rotopax plate on the mounting hardware first. So you put the 2 pieces of Rotopax together right off the bat. They give you these 2 bolts. You use this to secure the mounting hardware to the back of the Rotopax plate. And then from here, you're going to take the Yakima hardware and you're going to sandwich them together using all of the Rotopax carriage bolts. So you'll see how I just started this one. Using the Rotopax carriage bolts that they provide, you put them through the Rotopax mounting hardware. It comes out the back of the Yakima hardware. And then Oh, it looks like I forgot a washer. You put a washer and then you put the nut. All right, so then on the other side, you just take the carriage bolt, put it through the top, washer, and then the nut. You do it in all four corners, tighten it all down, and this is everything that has to be done prior to actually throwing it on your rack. All right, so what comes next is using a simple Allen wrench to loosen this bolt, which I already did, and that allows me to slide the entire bar as far out as I need to. All right, so obviously I'll lengthen it, and once I'm done I'll have to shorten it again. But here is the piece that comes with the Yakima attachment. All right, so this should slide in like so, put it where I need to, and then using some simple Allen bolts, I'll put the whole housing that I just assembled right up against this, and then the two holes on the outside will be able to attach with the Allen bolt. So let me grab it. So you can see on the back of it, we've got the two holes. Once you flip the whole thing around, it should line up just like so. The Allen bolts will go through and it should be attached. So I think what I'll do is I'll install it very loosely first, and that way I can slide it back and forth where I want to after I've shortened it, so I actually know like the whole length of everything. And then I'll kind of position it in the center. I'll grab the Rotopax, throw it up there, and make sure it looks, you know, aesthetically pleasing, I guess you could say, in the center, because it'd be the worst if I got it all assembled, tightened everything down, and then took a step back and realized it was like, you know, off-centered. That would just drive me crazy. All right, so I'll throw it up there and we'll see what it looks like. So by the way, here is an important tip. When you go to place your Rotopax mount on the Yakima rack, make sure that it is lined up the way that you want it, with the two pieces aligned properly together. You might notice, if you have a keen eye, that what I just showed you, my Rotopax was actually positioned this way. When I had assembled the Rotopax and Yakima mounting hardware together, they were actually flip-flopped. And they were both horizontal, which would be fine if you want to mount your Rotopax like this, so that the hole is horizontal. And I don't want to do that because I'm worried that the top of it is going to be a little bit too close to my tent. And also, I just kind of like the way this looks a little bit better. It fills up with just a tad bit more space. I kind of feel like just better to look at. So I had to take this whole thing apart and then put it back together the way that I'd prefer it to be. So don't make the same mistake I did. Double check the way that you actually want to mount your Rotopax fuel tank or water tank before you put it up on the rack. Okay, so I just attached the two Allen screws, or Allen bolts. I've probably used the wrong terminology this whole time, but whatever. I just attached those very loosely, so if I wanted to, I could still move it back and forth. I shortened the crossbar, tightened that up with the Allen key, and so now I'm just going to kind of take a step back and look at where middle is. Probably break out the tape measure as well, just to be sure. But you'll see, pretty genius design. There is definitely a space here, so we don't got to worry about, you know, these nuts rubbing up against the actual bar itself, causing any scratching or anything like that. I'm pretty impressed. This is really cool. So I'm gonna get it to center, break out the measuring tape, and tighten everything down. Then I'll throw the Rotopax on and should be all set. All right, so fast forward, got the whole bed rack reassembled. I was playing around with my new Crazy Beaver shovel on the other side, but it is all assembled and together. And something I just want to make sure everyone knows, when you start playing around with your Rotopax mount and this piece is twisted all the way up to the front so it's all compacted, don't freak out like I did when you go to place your Rotopax up over top and it doesn't come through the mounting hole all the way. I was like, oh no, I got the wrong one. But yeah, all you have to do is just loosen all of the screws, loosen all these pieces, and it will extend further and further out. So, got it all lined up. See if I can do this with one hand. So you put it on, the middle piece goes right over these little nubs, like so, and then the outside piece just twists and tightens it up. And of course I'm going the wrong way. Do I edit that out or do I leave it? I'll leave it. Who cares? There we go. You can twist it probably just a little bit more, and you'll hear it click into place. There we go. Inside those nubs. So, it's on there. And that's what we got. So yes, I have chosen to put it on the inside of my Yakima bed rack because it is not a it's not a locking, one of those locking type of Rotopax mounts. So I'm hoping that keeping it on the inside here will deter anybody from really trying to steal the gasoline. I haven't really heard of anyone having an issue with that. If you've had an issue with your Rotopax being stolen, you know, comment down below and let me know, just to kind of like warn other people who might be watching the video. But, you know, if it's on the inside of the rack, I have my tonneau cover closed, I have the tailgate closed, tent's going to be on top. You know, it's not exactly going to be a situation where you can easily, like, you know, access it, I guess. Maybe if you wanted to go like this, twist and take the whole thing off, keeping in mind that it's going to be filled with 2 gallons of fuel, so it's not going to be the lightest thing in the world either. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a little bit too much trouble for people to deal with, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. You know, hopefully I don't go back to this video in 4 or 5 months and curse myself because I did knock on wood the whole time, but hey, this is what we got. I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully I'll never have to use it though. All right, people, well, that's going to be it for today's video. I'm pretty satisfied with the way this thing turned out. If you have any questions about the install, or if, you know, any part of it was kind of hard to see, comment down below. Feel free to ask a question. I can answer it as best I can. But yeah, that's really all I got for this video. I'm really happy with, you know, some of the attachments that Yakima has. My choice in bed rack has not been an issue for me. I haven't felt like anything's gone wrong, or, you know, I'm missing out on some more popular like overland bed racks by getting a Yakima. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Simple Rotopax Yakima kind of combination going on here, and can't wait to take it out and hopefully never use it, because no one wants to run out of gasoline. Peace, people.